Can you imagine going into surgery and just moments before going into surgery, you find out that your life's work is at risk of being stopped and there was nothing you could do, but you still had to go in and have that surgery that was planned? That's what happened to me on Tuesday. Tuesday, I found out that they were going to propose in the assembly a bill amendment that would couple owning a pet bird and selling a pet bird with that of a puppy mill. And I can't think of anything that is further from the truth. Anyone who has been a part of Exotic Pet Birds INC knows what we do here and how we work with the community to make sure that our animals are well loved, and our staff works double time to make sure that all the people that we connect with birds have resources like behavioral training for life for free grooming for life, because we want to make sure that the animals that we help to put into the community are supported for their lifetime. And then you find out that the lifetime of your company is at risk. Well, that's pretty scary stuff, guys. So we're going to discuss that today. So I had a planned surgery that happened, and I'm fine, guys. Everything's going to be great, going back to normal within a couple weeks. But we are literally 2 days after surgery, and I am already on the phone with assemblymen and women. I am on the phone with local organizations that are made to protect our industry. I have been on the phone with the American Federation of Aviculture, the president of that, who's been very, very supportive to me and to my community, and to make sure that we are giving the correct education to those that are making laws that are supposed to be protecting animals. And I am all for that. I'm going to tell you right now, I am 100% for protecting animals, especially things as intelligent and as amazing as pet birds are. But let's not forget, I didn't get in this business for the money of it. I stopped worrying about money years ago in my life because I had a very successful career, and I decided that I would take the rest of my life and dedicate it to stuff that I enjoyed, that I loved, and that I wanted to pass along to others. And pet birds were one of the places that I aimed my resources and my time and energy and love in. I'm with Mona today. Mona is the reason that Exotic Pet Birds started. I had a very difficult time finding Mona. I didn't have a lot of support at the time to try and figure out what I was going to do as an aviculturist, and I have grown exponentially since Mona joined me in my life. Exotic Pet Birds has been around for a long time now. I have personally raised over 5,000 birds. That is not something that a lot of people in the state of New York can say. I oversaw a program that has been raising birds ethically and responsibly for that entire period of time. Today, I have a veterinarian that comes to my facility once a week. I have other veterinarians that I can lean on if I need support. We have access to medication. We have the highest level of technology, and we have resources that we put in the community to make your life as an aviculturist better and easier to do. For example, I do beak groomings. This little beak is made out of the same material as our fingernails, and it continues to grow. And it costs a lot of money to groom a bird if you're not coming to a company like Exotic Pet Birds. Now, I know there are other companies in the state that do this, so kudos to them for making it low cost for their consumers and for their clients. And I can tell you right now that I know the other bird store owners in our community, and I can only imagine what they're thinking. I'm pretty sure it's probably similar to what I'm thinking. You've invested your time, you've invested your energy, you work so hard every day, and this is probably one of the hardest jobs you could pick because life is always on the line. Ethics is always involved in what we do. We have to make decisions between what is acceptable in our community and what is right for the animal. And oh, by the way, there are Google reviews, and if somebody doesn't like the way you're talking to them as a response to the way that you're protecting an animal, you may get looked at wrong there too. So there's so many things that as a bird store owner, we're constantly fighting through to be successful in every situation. To know that all of a sudden someone can use 2 words to add to an existing bill that had nothing to do with them. And all of a sudden, the words "and birds" can shut down your entire world. It's heart-wrenching. It's heart-wrenching, it's horrible, and it needs further investigation from the Assemblywoman who created this amendment. I believe that this person is trying to do good things, and I applaud that. But I am going to be very, very forthcoming here, and I am going to be very open, and I'm going to say that as it comes for being a bird owner and being a bird store owner and seeing all the community and how they have been able to get so many great resources out of us, that if you just stop bird sales, you will not only make it harder to find birds, you will make it easier for people to not go through the processes to be watched over, regulated like we are, and monitored. And you're just going to make a whole lot of shades of gray, no pun intended, in trying to make the acquisition of a pet bird way, way harder than it is today. And I don't think it's going to stop. I think people will always go looking for a pet bird if that's what they choose to have. I just think they're not going to be doing it as ethically and as educated as they are able to do today. Now, we've got people that say animals should be rescued, and I am all for that too. In fact, I help rescues. I give rescues resources like food, bedding. We even foster animals right now for a rescue that we've been fostering these animals for several months. So this company, though it is a for-profit company and isn't a rescue, we do a lot for our community. And we aren't going to just go away without a lot of people having a big dialogue about what it is that we do. That said, today I was fortunate enough to speak to Jack, who is an aide for Assemblywoman Linda Rosenthal, who is the author of the amendment, and I'm being encouraged to know that she is going to hopefully meet with me. That's the latest I've gotten so far. I did speak with the president of AFA several times today. I spoke with members of PJAC, who are an association that protects pet industry and its good intentions. So there's a lot going on. I urge you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I urge you to follow along, and I will be asking for specific support along the way. So I know a lot of you have questions, including why am I wearing this crazy thing around my neck? Hopefully that goes away in a couple days thanks to the surgery I had. But there's so much that we can do together. I have said this before, I will say it again right now. Our people are what make us great, and you are one of those people. So I hope that together we can help to create legislation that protects pet birds and that allows resources like ours to give back to rescues, to give back to the people that own rescues by helping them groom their birds, helping them board their birds at low costs, and so much more that we do here. Because there's a ton that we do here at Exotic Pet Birds INC, and there's a lot that we do as a community and other bird stores are doing in their communities, and they should all be shouted out today for their greatness. So again, I hope that you'll continue to watch along, and we look forward to you being a part of this journey as we face this and as we work together with the lawmakers to hopefully make this a better place.